Alright, so we're doing a little bit of a change up here for Adepticon, I think. My love of Craft Worlds and their extra special movement over the Orcs' sheer brutality, I think it's taken over, plus point reduction and all that stuff. So let's get a look at this army for today's battle. We got this Warlock on a Skyrunner with Protect and Jinx. I'm also going to try out that Focused Will in place of his Smite. And then we have the Farseer on the Skyrunner, who's going to have Fortune and Executioner along with regular Smite. And then we have this Farseer just on feet, but he's going to take the relic of Faucho's Wing, so he can fly with 12-inch movement now, along with his Guide and Doom and Smite. And then we have a Warlock on foot. He's the only one who's going to be slowed down by movement. He's going to be taking Conceal and Reveal. He's also going to be taking the Witch Strike just in case he ever gets into combat, +2 to his damage. So then we have, oops, sorry about that finger. Then we have the Guardian Defenders here with the Star Cannon on the Heavy Platinum and 2 units of Rangers to fill out the battalion there. And then we're gonna try some proxying, but first here's the Warlord, the Autarch with Swooping Hawk Wings. He is gonna be the Puritanical leader, so auto pass morale around him as his trait. And then we're gonna proxy this Warp Spider Exarch back here is gonna be Aureliath, the Phoenix Lord of the Shadow Specters. And these 5 Dire Avengers are gonna be actual Shadow Specters. I've always loved the models, so I figured let's give them a shot and see if they're worth getting. Then we get into the fast attacks, and we have 2 units of 3 Wind Riders, all with Shuriken Cannons. And then we have a unit of the Swooping Hawks back here, and a unit of the Warp Spiders, because I love both of those units. And then we have 1 blob of 8 Dark Reapers here, with 1 Exarch. Then we have a Fire Prism, right there. And then we have a Proxy Fire Prism. I want to try some stuff with 2 Fire Prisms minimum and see if we can do some fun stuff there, stratagem-wise. So no guns on the turret there, just to help differentiate it from this actual Wave Serpent that we have that has 3 Shuriken Cannons on it, or a Shuriken Cannon and twin Shuriken Cannons up top. So that's what we're saying for 2,000 points. Love the points reductions because I could add some extra stuff. And let's see how this goes against all these Knights and Lord of Skulls and Nightmares.
All right, welcome to Saturday Tajhammer Adepticon training. This is the mission we will be playing today. We've got Nemesis of the Unfinished. So Chris is bringing his Cheldar to give it a go, taking a little break from Orcs. And here is my Chaos Knight army. We've got Black Legion fellow with double rapid fire battle cannons. We've got a Knight Rampager, obviously of the Khorne disposition. We've got a Death Guard flavored Knight that also has the Warp Haunted Hull. He'll be giving us a Deny and DR on Mortal Wounds. And then, making a debut for the first time in a while, due to the point drop in the recent FAQ, the Lord of Skulls, coming in at a power level of 30, which is allowed in Adepticon. And then we've got a little bit of points left over, so we've got a... Michael, what is this guy's name?
That's a Tech Priest.
Tech Priest, okay, but we're Tech Priest kind of proxying for a, what is it? A Warp Smith. Hellright, just kidding. And then we've got we've got 1 10-man squad of cultists, so that brings us up to our maximum of 3 detachments. We're starting with 9 command points. We did use 3 of them, we used 2 of them to start. 1 for the, we don't care about hit modifiers for him, and the Warp Haunted Hull for him. And then this gentleman will be my Warlord and a Dreadblade. So that's what we got for our Chaos. 2,000 points.
Alright, here's where we stand for the deployments. We have the Eldar on this third, and then the Chaos over there on that third. And it's just a massive, let's shoot everybody to death, even though these objective markers are how the game is going to be won. So basically, you see the Shadow Specters and Aureliath and the Farseer and a Warlock over there. Guardian Defenders on that objective for right now. We'll see how that lands. We have the Fire Prism / Wave Serpent over here, and a Fire Prism and an actual Wave Serpent over there. Then we have this, was hoping I would... If I didn't go first, I wanted as much protection. So I got everybody over there. Then we have all these units up in the warp or in the skies Dark Reapers are in the Wave Serpent, so we'll pull them out somewhere. That's kind of where we stand. Then we look at this mass of Nightmare, and just, they look so beautiful, and they're going to do all the damage. And then you have the Cultist in here, trying to hang out there, and the Tech Priest slash Warp Smith. Oh, there he is right there next to the Lord of Skulls, waiting to heal if needed. Hopefully I can do some stuff. Let's get ready for turn 1. Eldar going first. End of the Eldar, turn 1. Didn't do a whole lot of moving, kind of moved some Jet Bike guys, Sky Runners up into here, just my Wind Riders. Keeping them in cover because that's just massiveness. Move that Wave Serpent up there, potentially to throw some Dark Reapers out sometime. But I did move this Fire Prism out to get line of sight on the Nurgle Knight. Star Cannon shot at him, didn't really do anything, but then I linked my fire between these two Fire Prisms. Yes, the one on the left is proxying as a Fire Prism. Played the stratagem, 1 CP, rerolling everything, did a total of 8 wounds between those two over there to the Nurgle Knights. And the Wave Serpent took some shots at the Lord of Skulls with their Shuriken Cannon and Twin Shuriken Cannon with 9 shots, did 2 wounds. So a total of 10 wounds, which is a point for the first round for the Eldar. Let's see, bottom of 1.
All right, here we are at the end of Chaos turn 1. Rampager finally got to rampage. It was pretty good. I was hoping for more, but we advanced up, and then we used full tilt to get the charge in. We did 10 wounds on this Wave Serpent. The Lord of Skulls moved up, and we used our Gore Storm Flamer on the bikes, formerly of this building. We killed, I think, 4 or 5 of them, and then they decided to depart in morale. We shot our Hades cannon at the Wave Serpent here and did 8 wounds. In the movement phase, our proxied Hellright came in and fixed the Nurgle Knight here. D3, we did 3 wounds back on him. We remembered finally to do our Infernal Regeneration, so the Lord of Skulls is back up to 27. This knight shot the cannon formerly under there. I think we killed 8 and the last 2 ran away. And then the double battle cannon knight here with the Helm of Warp Sight came in super helpful. Chris's proxy new unit. What are they called, Chris?
Shadow Specters!
Shadow Specters. They were -3 to hit, but our Helm of Warp Sight said no thank you. So we did kill them with our 4d6 rapid fire battle cannon shots. And so we did get 3 points for the number of wounds we dealt that round, maxed it out. Actually got 4, but it's maxed out at 3, so end of turn 1, we've got Chaos 3 and Cheldar 1.
Okay, end of turn 2 for the Eldar. This Farseer did some mortal wounds over here to the Lord of Skulls. 2 total wounds, I believe, between Executioner and Smite. Probably just one of those, maybe both of them, 1 each. Then we had some linked fire again between these 2 fire prisms that are left. And some shooting from this Wave Serpent. Total, and there was some smiting over here from this Farseer. Total of 11 wounds on this guy who totally destroys everything he looks at too hard. So total 2 victory points for that round for 13 total wounds taken off. So it fell in that bracket for all these nightmares of knights and vehicles and monsters and titans and hatred. Oh, sorry, not hatred. I mean respect.
End of Chaos turn 2. Rampaging. We advanced and we used full tilt again to get into combat with the Fire Prism. We did kill it in the fight phase. The Lord of Skulls moved up in combat and killed the Wave Serpent. The what are these guys? Dark Reapers jumped out, didn't lose a 1. Couldn't consolidate into them, which is unfortunate because now they can shoot both the Rampager and the Lord of Skulls on their turn, but we will take it. And then we did kill the other Fire Prism with shooting from the gentleman with the Gatling cannons, even though we were penalized and on 4. So At the end of Chaos Turn 2, we earn 2 VPs for damage to vehicles.
End of the Eldar Turn 3. Dark Reapers were spit out the previous turn after the wave serpent exploded, got up here into cover because inescapable accuracy. They finished off the Knight Warlord that was right here, so he's dead. After we smitted and shot and witchbladed and smited and Iriliath shot and all of the things. It happened all day long. So he's dead, finally. 11 wounds off of him, killed him. Took 5 wounds somehow off of the Lord of Skulls. I'm really scared because that only makes him stronger. And then the Warp Spiders did a wound to this knight over here when they dropped in and hit him with the Night Spinners. These Rangers took 2 wounds off of the Tech Priest or Warp Smith, whatever he's going to be. And the Swooping Hawks, who this guy fell off the board. Let me correct that real quick. But when they dropped in and shot at those cultists under there and took out 8 of those cultists, so I'm sure we need to go back and do morale and see if the other 2 run, because that's probably a thing, but that's where we stand. Another 2 victory points for the Eldar, still struggling to catch up, and that's going to bottom of 3.
Yeah.
All right, end of Chaos Turn 3. Lord of Skulls saw the Dark Reapers. We shot them with everything. We only killed 4. They got some good cover, and we've only got -2 AP. Too bad we can't use our axe. They're totally out of reach right there. We can't find them because they're on a building. I love it. Anyway, we did some shooting of the Warlock here. Killed him with one of our Gatling cannons. Other Gatling cannon and the Icarus thing shot the spider fellows, but they flicker jumped, so we were -2 to hit, -3 with the Icarus cannon, so we didn't kill anybody. Big whiff. We were hitting on 5s and 6s. This night, shooting Gatling cannons did kill the Swoopy Hawks that were back there. Tech Priest moved in and flamered and then moved in, and with our Infernal Axe kind of does the business. +1, -3, flat 2 damage. So Chaos Hellrite doing the business. So 2 points for us. End of Chaos Turn 3.
At the end of turn 4 for the Eldar, everything I could muster from the Autarch and his fusion pistol, the Dark Reapers and their Reaper launcher, the Smite, the Executioner, the Doom, the Smite, this Prism Cannon handheld version from Iriliath. Took 10 wounds off the Lord of Skulls. After a lot of debate internally and externally, with only 1 wound left, decided to hold off on the charge since I was off the lava ground and he can't swing that giant chain axe at me. Just let him shoot me to death for right now. So I did 10 wounds there, got me a victory point. These Warp Spiders over here kind of tried to get into cover, so we'll see how that works, if they can hold out another couple turns or so. Really have a lot going on going to the bottom of 4.
All right, here we go. End of Chaos Turn 4. This proxied, what is this guy called, Chris?
Iriliath.
Iriliath? Super tough. So he stood up to 2 D6 heavy flamers, a Icarus battle cannon, a Gatling cannon, and a heavy stubber. And
He's a Phoenix Lord!
Phoenix Lord took 3 wounds after all of that. And then we did kill a Dark Reaper. Lord of Skulls came in, finished off the remaining Dark Reapers, and then killed the... who was the guy? Warlord.
Autarch with Swooping Hawkwings.
Autarch was Swooping Hawkwings. We killed him with the Demon Gore cannon. And then this Hoss Cat, who is still unhurt and doesn't care about your modifiers of shooting, fell back and then cleaned out the spiders, which it still took 2 rapid fire battle cannons, the Icarus cannon, and 3 heavy stubbers to clear out 5 warp spiders. So that was the thing. So we only got 1 point that turn, but doing a bit of housekeeping as far as the battle map. And the Lord of Skulls up to 2 points, but we are going to watch him die this turn.
End of turn 5 for the Eldar. Just with 4 models left. They all kind of flew over there if they weren't there already. And first smite went off and destroyed Lord of Skulls with 2 wounds, so that was great. Thankfully, he did not explode, so no damage to me. Then we executionered and shot and smited and shot and did some things. Took 7 more wounds off of the amazing Knight of Nurgle over here, but did 7 wounds there, 2 wounds on there for another victory point. So it's super tight. Good news is I just have 4 characters left, which is a good thing. He's got 2 knights and then a mechanical genius over there that's been re-healing wounds for these knights all day. So let's see how it goes. Sort of good positioning, not intentionally, but luckily. And he can only kill 2 per round with 2 rounds left. So if I can hide, I might survive, and we'll go with points from there. Bottom of 5.
End of Chaos turn 5. This gentleman moved up. We shot everything into this this character here. We can only kill 1 guy because, you know, everyone has characters. Battle Cannon gentleman shot the... What was this guy called, Chris? Yeah, he killed the guy that was right here. I think it was a Warlock on a jet bike. So we don't get any points, but we did kill 2 characters. So that's turn 5. We get 0 points.
End of Eldar turn 6. We had a Farseer Skyrunner and a Farseer left. They both got down. Psychic phase was a nightmare. I did roll an 11 on the smite for d6 wounds. That turned into a 2. With 11 wounds left on this knight, I figured let's use my last command point, reroll that. Rolled a 1. He disgustingly resiled that 1. And then I did not cast another phase. I rolled 3s and 1s and 2s, and it was a nightmare. I did get perils on myself, and then decided it was in my best interest to try to get this guy off the board, off the objective, and do things from there. Both Farseers died in Overwatch. So that's kind of where we ended, with a total wipeout bonus. Final score. I don't think it was quite as bad as this. It wasn't that far off of it, but Eldar with the Adepticon scoring with 1 point, and the Chaos team of Knights and Lord of Skulls with 39.